Hi, this is Steve Rowe about Juggling Mind and Money, episode 40. In this episode, we're going to talk about why we crave certainty, why it's within us, how it's evolved evolutionary-wise, and why money can't give it to us, even if you've got a spreadsheet, which is pretty sad for me. But we then look at ways that you can help mitigate this requirement for certainty, because as Alex Hormozy says, the wealth you will have in later life depends on how much uncertainty you can put up with. So enjoy it. I hope it's good. Enjoy yourself. It's later than you think.
Welcome to the Juggling Mind and Money podcast with Steve Rowe and Jessica Schlupp-Taylor. Steve Rowe is the founder of Lucent Financial Planning and an award-winning independent financial planner. He helps you to use your money and have a great life. Jess Schlupp-Taylor is a psychologist supporting people through change, challenges, and forks in the road of life. Together, they will help unblock the sludge in your mind, stopping you from achieving financial and psychological happiness.
Hello and welcome to episode 40 of Juggling Mind and Money. I'm Steve Rowe from Lucent Financial Planning, where we help people use their money to live a great life and not just feel safe on a spreadsheet. And as always, I'm joined by the person whose job it is to explain why my clients still panic even after I've shown them my awesome financial plan. I'm joined by Jess from My Exceptional, the psychologist Lucent use to help clients get healthier heads and to translate my financial optimism into something your nervous system can cope with.
Yay.
It's good, isn't it? I rewrote that.
Good morning, good afternoon, and good night.
How are you, Jess?
Who said that? I'm really well, thanks. Yeah,
Who
really
said
well.
that? That was...
Good morning, good afternoon, and good night.
Someone from the 70s, wasn't it?
I don't know. I wasn't born then.
Malcolm and Wise or something. Were you not?
Not in the 70s, no. 1980, baby.
No way. That's why I think you're so modern, isn't it?
I'm down with the kids. Although I got told off. I get told off all the time because I put full stops on the end of sentences in text messages.
Oh, no.
And
I can't believe you make such an error. You need an emoji.
Well, she tells me it makes me look angry.
Your daughter?
Yeah, and I said it makes me look like I can use grammar.
How do they separate though?
Well, that's what I said. You said you press enter. And I said, but that's a new paragraph. That's not a new sentence.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. These are the types of hard-hitting questions we're going to be answering today, like why Jess is so angry in her texts.
Because I missed the full stops at the end.
People get very upset by text, don't they?
Well, it's easy to misread, isn't it? You're using very short, sharp communication. And even when we use verbose language, we can get misunderstood. I know.
Verbose.
I know, such a good word.
You're not fat. I don't know what you're talking about.
Verbose.
Verbose, wordy. That's good. That's us, isn't it?
I once had a person that I coached who was incredibly verbose, so much so that I had to coach him to reduce. He had this ingrained belief that if you used big words, then people thought you were more intelligent and they liked you more. I said that doesn't always work, so we had to work around that.
And you have hour-long sessions, so if these words are really long, obviously, won't say much.
Yeah, I like succinct. I like succinct and efficient. Verbose doesn't work for me.
Awesome. So we love words,
yeah,
as well as healthy heads.
Yeah, we do.
And today we're going to talk about why we crave certainty and why money can't give it to us. Oh, we love a bit of certainty, don't we?
We do love certainty. We like predictability.
This is why we say at the start of the show what we're going to talk about. Because people turn off, apparently.
You've got to say at the beginning what you're going to be chatting about. And it's not about full stops at the end of text messages. Which
totally ruined my structure for the show, I have to say. But because now we're going to go to Diagnose Steve, which I've already told you what it's about because you like certainty. So I'm going to do it anyway because I didn't write this structure for nothing.
Diagnose Steve. There's obviously something wrong with him. Jess delves into what it could be.
I just want some certainty. Can you give me a guarantee or something? Why can't I guarantee it? Why can't I get one? Haven't you got someone that like investment forecasters or something like that are researching, looking at the economy and telling you exactly what's going to happen in the future? Then can we do that? Why can't we do that? Why won't you let me? I don't understand it. Please just tell me what will happen, when it will happen, why it will happen, and what we're going to do about it. How can you do this for 60 hours a week and not know exactly what's going to happen in 10 years and 3 months and 1 day and 24? No, because that would be 2 days, 23 hours. Why can't you tell me that? What's wrong with me?
Well, yes, Steve, you are definitely seeking certainty in your life. And there's only one certainty in life, Steve. And what is that?
Well, there's two.
Or is there two? Oh,
Benjamin
okay.
Franklin said famously.
Death and change.
Oh, for his taxes. We're a financial show, Jess. Come on.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Death and taxes.
Death and taxes. Right, mine is change.
Who said that one then?
There's only one certainty. There's only one guarantee in life, or there's only one certainty, and that's that things change.
But as Gary Barlow from Take That said, everything changes but you, Jess.
I change. I get more wrinkles every day.
Do you?
Yes.
He also said we're 1,000 miles apart.
But you know I love you.
I knew it'd only be a matter of time before we got that baby out. Well done, Jess. I love it. We love Take That, actually.
Do we?
If only they'd reform.
No. Jason Orange was my favourite.
You like the dancing, don't you?
No, you know what I did is everyone else liked everybody else, so I thought I'd go with the one that nobody really liked. So I chose Jason. Plus, I think he had quite a decent six-pack when I was a teenager.
That's really nice. That's why we're friends, isn't it? I think.
Perhaps he was a bit of rough as well at the time.
Was he? So, Jesse, if I had a quid or a pound for every time someone said to me, but can you just guarantee it, I would be a billionaire.
Well, let's be honest, you can guarantee things in finance, can't you? But then you get a much lower rate and you don't get the returns on your investment. So by all means, if you want certainty, then you have to really accept that your money is not going to grow quite as you'd like.
Well, that's a very good point. But if you get a guarantee, who's giving the guarantee?
Well, the bank. I don't know. I'm not the finance person.
Well, there's always someone, and then how
guaranteed
how
are
can
they?
That's
Yeah,
it.
there's always an element of uncertainty. But let's not go back to the days when people put their money under their mattresses.
Oh, no. But there's been lots of guaranteed things that have gone wrong.
Yes.
There is no guarantee. Because it's life, isn't it? There's no guarantee in life. You don't know what's going to happen. Nasty things rear their head. Exciting things crop up too.
And see, that's the difference, is that you can either focus on the scary things that can happen, or you can focus on the possibilities that can happen. And the exciting possibilities is a lot more fun to look forward to than putting your poo-coloured glasses on. And
They're blue.
No. Well, I used the other word, but I'm going to use poo-tinted lenses.
Ooh, yeah.
Looking out through those and seeing uncertainty as the constant threat is not a good place to be. That's where your acting skills were. And we need to take off those scared of the uncertain and instead excited about the possibilities.
Because we are but a small boat being tossed on large waves, aren't we? In the ocean of unpredictability.
I think I'm more of like one of those, what is it, krill? I'm a very happy krill.
Oh, yeah.
And I do love...
Plankton,
even better. I do like whales, so if I ended up being eaten by a whale, I think I'd be okay with that.
Yeah.
Yeah. But in the grand scheme of things, there's not that many whales and there's a huge amount of plankton and krill, so therefore I'd be okay.
Yeah, no.
No?
Because they swallow like millions and billions of them, don't they, in one gulp?
Yeah, but imagine how many millions and billions there are of us. So I'd be okay. I'm all right with being a plankton or a piece of krill. That was my krill impression for the video.
Isn't krill a type of plankton, with plankton being like
No, isn't krill like really small prawns? Like they have the
But
krill.
plankton's all the stuff that's floating.
Yeah, they're just
little
like the little
animals.
tiny things.
Yeah.
I think krill are bigger.
Anyway, happy birthday, David Attenborough, 100 years old this
Yay.
week. This is the sort of stuff you've got us all talking about, which is great.
Yes.
A small plankton-sized piece of knowledge being put out on this global podcast for other people to repeat, thinking they know it when actually it was all wrong.
Probably.
So
let's get back to what we know.
Yeah, well, the only one certainty is change, as you said. So evolutionarily,
yes.
Why has this come about then? Why do we have this craving for certainty, control, maybe? What do you think that's from?
Evolutionary wise, we like certainty because predictable means safe. So if everything looks the same, smells the same, tastes the same, then you know that it's not going to kill you, it's not going to chase after you, there isn't a tiger hiding in the bushes, because everything where you know is there. The day follows the same routine pattern, and therefore certainty is safe, and uncertainty means that you then have to become hypervigilant.
So it's like a risk, isn't it?
It's a risk. There's lots of risks happening. There's lots of other reasons. We do prefer certainty from a safety point of view. We feel safer. We feel more comfortable in what's predictable. We also feel more in control. And everyone loves to be in control. Again, because we like that predictability. We like to know that things move by the cords that we pull.
I like that quote. I'm not a control freak, but just let me show you how to do that properly. That makes me laugh.
Also, if we have certainty, predictability, consistency, it reduces anxiety. But it reduces anxiety in the short term. It means that anything that does come in, unless we live and get comfortable with uncertainty, it means that we can live a much more sheltered life than we could do if actually we embraced some uncertainty and embraced the uncomfortable, so that then we actually... Did I say embraced?
No, embraced.
I did say embraced.
Come back to what you know.
Good, yeah. So very much embrace uncertainty, then your world gets bigger and more exciting, but you have to learn how to manage the anxiety and the concern so that you can embrace it instead. And also, predictability and certainty reduces mental load. And I think very much in a world where we've got so much stimuli coming in, you've got all the change happening, you've got so much information coming at you about all the things that are changing, and potentially 9 times out, it's doom and gloom because clickbait is a great thing. It increases your mental load significantly because your brain goes off in all these different directions to try and cover off every possible bit of uncertainty, even though 99 times out of 100, it's not even going to impact your world at all. But it increases your mental load when you're looking at uncertainty on a regular basis. And because we have so much, it's not a bad thing to want to reduce your mental load, but we can find healthier ways to do that without avoidance.
So our little brains have evolved to survive.
Yeah.
And then in modern life, there's all this other stuff in there, relentlessly being thrown at us.
Technology has evolved much, much, much quicker than our brains have.
Yeah. Well, they're still the same, aren't they? Our brains.
Yeah, they have developed, but nowhere near as fast as technology.
They've actually shrunk, haven't they?
Have they?
Yeah.
Or just got more efficient?
And they've shrunk. Well, don't know about efficiency.
Mm.
Mine's not feeling very efficient today, but there you go.
I'm trying to go back to caveman times using tech at the minute.
Yeah, so back in cave person times, there was less stimulus.
Yeah.
But it was more of a case of survival. You needed to
pattern
react
recognition.
to everything.
You think you have to make sure that the berries look the same, the plants look the same, it tastes the same, so that you don't kill yourself.
So we're all built like this, so it's okay to want certainty.
It's okay to want it. It's okay to feel more comfortable in certainty.
Yeah, so we're just trying to survive, aren't we? Still, as ever, right? It's okay to feel that. It's just how our brains react to things tell us how we can perhaps get more comfortable
with uncertainty.
with uncertainty.
It's a lot of people want a magic wand. And when we're talking about our brains, there isn't a magic wand. So asking your brain to be instantly comfortable with uncertainty is never going to happen.
So we have to train ourselves.
So you have to train your brain. You have to take it down to the gym without going to the gym. But it is practice. So it's practice pushing your comfort zone. It's practice getting out of predictability and doing some things that are different. So perhaps choose some stuff that you can keep the same day in, day out, so that you can keep your mental load reasonably in a nice stable. Well, perhaps, you have a favourite brand of coffee, or you've got hooks that you put your keys in, or you plug your mobile phone in at the same place every night, or set your alarm for the same thing every morning, or perhaps you brush your teeth and go to the toilet and have a shower in the same order. So you can make that predictable.
So that routine. The
route to work, things like that. But to get used to uncertainty, it is worth mixing things up and pushing your things. And that could be something as simple as changing your route to work and thinking, you know what, I'm just going to push myself and do something a bit different. Try public transport for a change, walk to work, do something a little bit different, because getting out of routine is a really nice way and getting comfortable with it.
Okay, so it's good to have a routine because that gives you a sense of control and certainty, but also it's good to break it in a sensible way.
Yeah.
That isn't going to...
In a controlled way.
In a controlled way.
You can lose control in a controlled way.
Yeah. That isn't going to upset you too much. So I'm gonna say a quote now.
Say a quote. Hit us with it,
and
Steve.
I'm very excited about this. So Morgan Housel, or Housel, I don't know how you say it, who wrote The Psychology of Money. Going to see him on Thursday.
Are you?
Yeah.
I really like that book as well.
He's doing a little talk, isn't he? He's coming to London to do a talk. So I thought I'd take my ears along and have a listen. But he said the illusion of control is more persuasive than the reality of uncertainty. So we cling to stories about outcomes being in our control.
Yep.
So we tell ourselves, don't we, that if we do this, this will happen. But that isn't always necessarily the case.
I can completely get on board with that. And because we've possibly had elections recently, you can see how some people use that to spin their rhetoric so that they could potentially win votes, because that ability to think that persuade people that they're in control.
Yeah, by voting for them.
Yeah, and whatever it is on their manifesto and agenda, when actually that's not going to make a blind bit of difference to the actual reality of the situation. But
perhaps we should switch or do a spin-off podcast about the psychology of politics.
Oh, don't get me started.
Oh, the psychology and financial side of politics.
Oh. But yes, I think Morgan's absolutely right. The illusion of control, feeling in control. It doesn't matter necessarily whether you are or not. If you feel in control, that's much more.
So life's all about your feelings, isn't it?
Well, we are much more feeling led than we like to think we are. We like to think that we are these thinking humans that use our logical brains.
We're not, we react.
But we react, and we react so much.
But also your feelings, if that's how you live life by, which I am pro this, because that's how you experience life, isn't it? So you want your feelings to be as good as possible to you in the messages they're sending.
Yeah, but you don't want your feelings to control your life. You'd like to have some element of being able to interpret your feelings and then being able to take charge of them. You don't want your feelings necessarily to take charge of you.
So would this be like in examples, and this I may very well be wrong here, so chide me if I am, but obsessive compulsive disorder, is that where someone's trying to put control over things to a harmful extent?
Yes, there's lots of psychological things, eating disorders, OCD, even addictions to an extent. There's an element of control that comes into it and wanting to have control, but truly it's actually complete loss of control, because if it gets to OCD status or an eating disorder status, you've completely lost control.
So it's gone round in a big circle.
Yeah. So you start these things thinking that they help me to feel in control, but actually it takes control of you. So just 2 minutes ago when I said, don't let your feelings control you, that's when the OCD will happen. And being able to control your feelings, when we're looking at uncertainty, when we're looking at risk, we need to be able to look at our feelings, measure them. What am I feeling? Why am I feeling it? Pen and paper, write it down, talk to somebody about it, take it out of your head, down your hand, put it on some paper, and just have that awareness of what you're feeling, why you're feeling it.
Yeah.
And then you can start addressing, do I need to feel like this? Is this logical? Or is this just a survival instinct that's kicking in because it doesn't feel like I'm in control?
Okay, so we're going to go to a short break now. And when we come back, we're going to talk about how some of those products can help you feel more in control.
And now a message from our sponsors. Jess, Steve, there are no sponsors. This is embarrassing.
Welcome back. So still haven't got a sponsor. Kit Kat have still not heard out my requests to become our sponsor. So we was talking earlier about if you have the same breakfast every day, that could help you feel more in control and have more certainty about your life.
If you were going to get sponsored by a breakfast company product, what breakfast product would you choose?
Sugar puffs.
Would you?
Yeah, the Honey Monster. Because I'm a big man, aren't I? And I want to be held.
But it's not very healthy though, is it?
Sugar puffs.
Yeah, and sugar's not one of those things that's easy to control.
Stevia puffs.
I think
that's more healthy, isn't it? Not me.
I think you'd be better off with shredded wheat puffs.
Well, any sort of breakfast cereal, I'm happy to be sponsored by.
Are you?
And I think they should contact us. I'm sure we'll be fielding those requests for the rest of the week, won't we?
Cocoa Pops have less sugar than Frosties.
Do they?
Yeah.
I don't like how the milk turns brown, you know.
I do.
I wish that it didn't. So
I wish I
eat
didn't
them as
like sugar
quickly as
so
possible.
much, but I do.
Well, it's addictive, isn't it?
It certainly is.
So we want this feeling of certainty, and people come to us and they're quite often scared about the uncertainty that they'll face with investing. So
it's normal and healthy to have those. Yeah.
Everyone has it a bit, don't they? Even me. I'm scared of uncertainty.
Yeah.
So I don't know if anyone knows Alex Hormozy. Have you heard of him?
No.
Well, he's all over my socials.
Oh, okay.
He is. He's famous. I think he's a bit of a business coach or something.
Okay.
But anyway, you know when you're scrolling through this stuff, and I saw something, and it said how wealthy you become depends on the level of uncertainty that you can put up with.
Oh.
So I was thinking, because he helps businesses and stuff get bigger. So I was thinking about that, and I think that's risk, isn't it? So if you're not happy with uncertainty, you get a job where you're paid the same amount each year.
Yep.
Right. If you're okay with uncertainty, you might set up your own business and get paid nothing for flipping ages.
Quite possibly.
Or
you could have a boom a year and then a bad year and a
Yeah. So we've both experienced that, haven't we?
Yes.
Being business owners. So, I mean, that really stood out for me. And when I saw that, I thought, you know what, you're right. And that does correlate with investing as well. So if you have money in a bank, you'll get a set amount of interest. You know what you're going to get. And you can fix that. And that's nice for people. That lures you in, doesn't it?
Fix me.
Fix me. Yeah.
Steady state.
That's it. You know what you're going to get and when you're going to get it. That's nice. But that's not necessarily brilliant, because what you get is going to be low. Where you can accept uncertainty over what return you might have, you're more likely, but not, ladies and gentlemen, not guaranteed. You're more likely to earn more.
Yes.
If you can cope with it. If you can cope with the wobbles.
But equally, so when you talk about uncertainty in finance, the way that your financial planning is set up, and correct me if I'm wrong,
will do.
chide me.
Chide.
to use your word, chide me if I'm wrong, is that you almost choose one of the most predictable uncertainties possible. So there are obviously different elements of uncertainty, and putting your eggs all in one basket or one company, that's a massive risk. So there's different levels of risk. You, as a financial planner...
Well, we try and spread it. So, as you know, we're very fond of blancmange and jelly on this show. We've talked about this a lot.
We have talked about blancmange a lot, yeah.
And you don't like blancmange.
No.
But the wobblier it is, a jelly, the more exciting it is, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah. It's funner.
It's just made me smile thinking about a very wobbly jelly.
Like really wobbly. If you've added too much gelatine, like,
that's boring. And doesn't taste that good either.
Yeah. No, it's not. It's too chewy.
You can't suck it through your teeth.
Does everyone do that?
Don't
oh my
you?
God, I do.
I did as a kid when I had gaps.
Yeah.
So anyway.
But the wobblier it is, the more fun it is. So if you think about investments, the more wobbly they are, the more you're likely to earn. But not, ladies and gentlemen.
Guaranteed.
No, it's just a probability.
Yeah.
If you've got a wide spread. If you've just got one, you can make a fortune or lose the lot.
Yeah.
Which we don't want to do. Don't get involved
Well, that's like one of the most successful art dealers. Somebody that collects art and has made the most amount of money.
Mm.
And it's not because he handpicks the winners and just buys the odd thing and, does huge amounts of research. He basically hedges his bets, buys a lorry load of art from lots of different places and in lots of different genres.
Do you know the name?
No, but I'm pretty sure it was in The Psychology of Money.
Oh, right. Oh, yeah.
I think it might have been The Psychology of Money. It was in another psychology money book that I read. And I just thought that was interesting because it's not just in terms of banks, how to make sure that you're doing well, hedging your bets, where there's going to be lots of uncertainty, but because you've got a diverse portfolio, it can accommodate the losses as well as the wins.
That is it. You've got to be diverse. So people come to us and in their financial planning, they want guarantees. There are no guarantees, even if you get a guarantee, right? And the guarantee with a guarantee is that you'll pay more for it.
Yeah.
Because you're effectively buying an insurance.
And the rewards will be lower.
Yeah, because the costs are higher. Avoiding risk entirely. Money in the bank, that means you're much more likely to lose money anyway because inflation will be higher than the interest rate it's earning. Obsessing over forecasts.
Oh.
Tell you what, Jess, I love this. People bring along their own spreadsheets.
Do they?
Yeah, they're brilliant. And they go, no, because my spreadsheet says this. But what your spreadsheet says does not affect the universe. Took me years to get over that because I thought it did.
What, that their spreadsheet affected
That
the universe?
my spreadsheet
Your
affected
spreadsheet.
the universe.
No, your spreadsheet doesn't affect the universe either.
No one's does.
No, but yours takes into account a lot more of the world than...
Well, this is what I want to get to, right? So the certainty is that there is uncertainty and there'll be uncertainty in you, Jess.
There is. Booking holidays. I really want to book a holiday.
Where are you going to go?
I'm petrified of getting it wrong because I haven't been able to go on holiday abroad for quite a few years.
Is that because you're scared of jellyfish?
No, not scared of going abroad. I love abroad. I am scared of jellyfish though. Because when you try and swim away from them, they get caught in the current and come back to you.
Don't they?
Yeah, you can't swim away. So that's why I don't like jellyfish. So I am the uncertainty of how can I guarantee that the hotel that I go to isn't going to give us food poisoning, there are going to be enough sunbeds, the kids are going to be happy, and that I'm not going to sit there like Billy No Mates on my Todd.
Did you read
surrounded
that
by happy families?
This German fella sued a hotel because he...
Yes, and won.
Yeah.
£850 in damages, plus obviously all the court costs that went into it.
Unbelievable.
Oh, brilliant.
What? Yeah, but... Ow, just hit mid. Right.
You can't get a sunbed. Yeah, you couldn't get a sunbed.
Yeah.
For his family, even though they did get up early to put their towels on.
It's just not enough sunbeds.
Not enough sunbeds, and they did something and it still didn't work. Yeah, I think that's fair enough. It's part of the criteria. You go on a holiday and...
You buy a room, don't you? Not a sunbed.
Well, they're offering a holiday with sun lounges on. Although when you look at the photos of the hotels with the sun lounges out, there is only about 20 sun lounges, and it makes it look really spacious. And you turn up and there's 200 times that, and you pack
and in
like
the photos,
sardines.
there's only hot people on them, and then I get on one and it's ruined. No travel brochure photographers when I'm there.
They are, because they're taking photos of you having fun. Whilst everyone else is too busy preening, you're in the background, living it up, living your best life. And that's what we all need to do.
So last week I was in Santorini, right? And in Santorini, because it's very pretty, all these white buildings on the cliffs and over the caldera, because it's a volcano. So there's loads of women from some photography studio getting these long dresses, like really long trails. Yeah, so they can have billowy in the wind photos and look all glamorous.
Oh.
So I'm out there in the afternoon sitting on this wall, and there must have been a particularly good view sort of just down there. And I'm sitting there, you know, with my top off, and I've got some rolls, and I was having some crisps. And having a lager, and I'm just sat there in my pants on. I'm sort of sat there having my crisps and that, drinking
and a pint.
All these glamorous photographers. Come on, all right.
Were you wearing your blue glasses?
No, I had my shades on.
Oh well, in disguise then.
So which I'm sure
I was waiting for you to tell me that you were sitting there eating your crisps, drinking your lager, and you got a face full of billowy dress.
No, because I was probably 20 metres away, and I was up probably a story.
But people watching, so much fun.
Well, they weren't really looking up.
You don't need them to watch you. You could watch them doing all their posing and preening.
Oh, I was, and they were there's a bit of a queue of them coming along to this spot. So apologies to any listeners out there who, if you saw me whilst you're trying to have a glamorous photos taken.
You were busy in your best life, leading your best life.
Yeah, they were great crisps, great lager.
What flavour?
Brilliant barbecue, nice. Anyway, so yeah, there's going to be uncertainty in your financial plan because your life is going to change. You're going to go on holidays that you've never thought of. Because you get excited, don't you, and see them. And you might spend a lot more money.
You know what I want to do? I know we keep going off topic. But social media sends you things. And obviously,
they do.
Social media sent me horses galloping along the beach in Morocco.
Oh, right.
So much as I'd really like to go on a family holiday with the kids,
white dresses.
I am considering ditching them and just booking a flight out to Morocco so I can ride and gallop the horses along the beach.
Yeah, can you ride a horse?
Yeah, I'm quite decent at horse riding.
Oh, yeah.
More like cowgirl style, you know, like I'm not a dressage rider, not one of those jacket, white jodhpur wearings. I'm definitely more of a cowgirl.
Lasso.
Yeah, I was going to say bareback or with saddle, don't mind.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my sort of horse riding.
Yeah, and can you wrestle a steer to the ground?
No, but I'd quite like to give it a go.
I bet you could.
Oh, they'll have to be taught, but yeah,
Didn't
I'd
you
quite
have
like
me
to.
in a headlock once?
I don't remember ever getting you in a headlock, Steve.
I'd upset you about something.
But that's a nice image. Did I not get you in a headlock?
Had your fist on my head going, yeah. Like McFly or something like that.
Give you a knuckle?
Yeah.
No, I don't remember doing that.
Thought you had.
Perhaps I did.
Anyway, not today.
Not today, sunshine.
No, take you on. So your life's going to change. So we do a financial plan. You're not going to stick to that plan in spending. And to be frank, I'm not going to let you.
Well, we just don't know what's going to happen, do we?
Yeah.
In our next 10, 20 years.
You could get some great opportunities come along. And if it's not in your plan already, because life chucks surprises at you.
Certainly does.
You're going to miss out, aren't you? So we've got to be flexible.
Like a jelly.
Yeah. Now I'm going to tell you another quote.
Okay.
And this isn't one that's written down. It might be somewhere. You might have nicked it, but it's from one of my favourite clients, Chris, who's lovely. And he said, Steve, you got to be like the grass, bendy. And for those watching on YouTube, this is what he does. So I'm bending it. He goes, Steve, you got to be like the grass, bendy. In the wind.
Yeah.
Right? Because wind will throw gusts at you. And sometimes it'll be still. And you've got to react to it gently. Just go with the flow.
Go with the flow.
Right. Be like the grass, bendy. Thank you, Chris. I've used that a lot. I've used it in meetings.
Be like the grass.
Shout out to Tyler, who witnessed this once, and Ellie, who was in training at the time.
Okay.
Got Tyler up and we did the
bendy grass.
We did the bendy grass, and Ellie was like, what the hell's going on here?
Flexible.
Yeah.
Adaptable.
So we've got to go with that. And we have to build in flexibility into your financial plan, because you don't know what's going to happen with your life. You might spend more or less than you think. You don't know what's going to happen with tax laws.
No.
Because they get changed all the time.
They do.
Yeah, on a whim, it sometimes seems. You don't know what's going to happen with inflation, how much the stuff you do buy goes up each year.
Yeah.
You don't know what's going to happen with anything. With your family, you might need to help them out because they've got themselves in trouble. Or they might have an opportunity.
Yeah.
And you might need to bung them some cash. So we're not going to have one financial plan. Within that plan, there's going to be loads of flexibility because we're being like the grass, we're being bendy. You're going to have a plan A, a plan B, a plan C, hopefully D, E, and F.
Love it.
As well. Because then whatever happens, you can react.
We can go with the grass.
And that is the certainty and the control we want. We're letting go a bit. We're going with the flow.
And that's where the control comes in, is that actually your control is that you have the ability to cope with whatever life throws at you.
That's it. Backup plans.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's good. So this is how we work with people to try and give a sense of control and certainty. By going, look, if this happens, we're going to do this. If this happens, we're going to do that. If this happens, and just think of so many possible scenarios. Loads of stress testing.
I think that's really good, because then those people that are worried and anxious, it's like, well, we have plans. We have plans in place. You can put all those worries aside.
That's it. So we want to be bendy. Finally, if we're talking about investment markets, they're going to go up and down all the time. We've got to try and get used to this and not freak out when something goes wrong, because that's when our mind really explodes, isn't it?
Yeah.
Accept it. It's a jelly. It's going to wobble.
And if you want to have complete control over stuff, then stockpile your favourite coffee and, I don't know, have specific directives about how you load the dishwasher and where you keep things.
Oh, so controllables.
Yeah, control some controllables. Choose the ones where you really need to be stuck and have that routine, and make life, reduce your mental load by controlling the things that are easy, the route to work, all those different things. But I think it is really healthy to have a bit of uncertainty and be able to go with the flow. Otherwise, you're like, oh, what coffee advert was it? We don't like change, do we, Deirdre?
We fear change. I don't remember.
That wasn't a quote, Steve.
Just like saying
it was, we don't like change, do we, Deirdre? It was like a really boring couple, and they had a really boring life. And that's the thing, is if you control everything and you do the same thing day in, day out, and you just go with the bare minimum because that is the safest. Actually, that's my favourite quote. Do you want my favourite quote?
Yeah.
Ships are safe in the harbour, but that's not what ships are for.
Ooh.
Isn't that awesome?
That is brilliant. Where'd you hear that?
I don't know. It was on, I don't know.
That was on, you spent 10 years working on the trawlers, didn't you?
I use that one a lot. Ships are safe in the harbour, but that's not what ships are for. You have to have a bit of uncertainty. Go and out in the open seas, ride the waves, feel the wind in your hair,
You know, the London Marathon was run recently,
Yes.
and they run round Cutty Sark,
Yes.
and I think it's such a shame.
That they run round it?
No,
Do you want them to run through
boat,
it?
the boat there's landlocked,
Oh,
you know, because it was the fastest ship, wasn't it, once?
once, yes.
Yeah. So I'm getting getting a bit emotional about the Cutty Sark then. The fastest tea
Why
clipper.
don't you go and do one of those sailing trips on a big sail thing?
I think it's more because I'm thinking about tea and how, like, the youth don't drink tea, do they? So I always have to, they don't make a
gonna
round
come
in the
back.
office. It's really annoying.
Do you not remember how cider was never in fashion, then it's come into fashion and now it's gone again? So everything's cyclical. Tea's going to make a comeback.
Do you think,
There's going to be Japanese tea houses, Chinese tea houses that have all those lovely routines, controllables.
brilliant.
Yeah, and you'll be able to go in and ask for specific blends and follow all those lovely processes. Like, yeah, it'll come round.
So as ever, people might not have noticed this, frankly, excellent segue where I've brought all this round back to the beginning. Bit of uncertainty. Sit down, have a cup of tea.
Have a cup of tea.
All from your ships are safe in the harbour.
But that's not what they're for.
That's not what they're for. And what you're for, not you, Jess,
Yeah.
but listener, you're here to enjoy your life.
I'm here to enjoy my life too, though.
Yeah, you are as well.
I'm joining the listeners. We're definitely all here to enjoy our lives.
Yeah.
Live our best lives. Get the best out of it.
That's it. So we need to get out of that harbour sometime. Okay, so I'm going to go now to our reviews section.
Steve and Jess would be really grateful if you'd leave them a review on wherever you listen to your podcasts. If they run a star system, please give Juggling Mind and Money more stars than the Milky Way.
So I've had 5 comments recently on my LinkedIn,
Yeah.
in a DM, right?
Oh, people have slid into your DMs.
Yeah, they've slid into my DM saying how they like the podcast, but they haven't left us a review.
Oh,
And then I don't feel I can tell anyone.
you just send them the link back to write a review. Thanks for that. Here's the link to stick it on.
Because it's nice getting a message saying that they like our podcast, isn't it? But also, like, I can't, it's like, I'd like to read a review out, but you haven't told me in a way I can read that review out. You've just said it's nice in a private message. And then can I do it? Do I have to do some sort of GDPR thing, which probably do?
That's true.
So
Shorten the username down. Yeah, we need good reviews.
yeah, and then we can read them out. Okay, so just to summarise everything today, uncertainty is a part of life. We can control it financially somehow, and by having things like cash buffers, so a bit of cash on the side in case anything bad happens. We can diversify your money over lots of different assets and companies, so you're not at risk from just one. But that means your jelly's going to wobble, but not fall off the table. We're going to plan to assume some things go wrong and protect ourselves. And we're going to have loads of backup plans. So we inbuilt flexibility and stress testing into what you can do. And Jess, you were saying how we can control this psychologically by having things like that we can control, like the same breakfast every day.
Yeah. But also knowing that you've got those additions like the cash buffers, like your flexible income or the diversification and the different plans, that is giving control to the uncontrollable. It's quite nice.
It is. It's brilliant.
There's a good sprinkling of gelatin in your jelly whilst giving it enough wobble for it to be fun to eat.
That's it. Embrace uncertainty if you can.
Yeah.
I think, because it's a nice thing as well, isn't it?
Predictability can be a bit boring, a bit dull.
It's comforting.
Yeah. And we're no longer surrounded by saber-toothed tigers.
Yeah, we're going to be okay, probably.
Yeah.
Whatever happens, we're lucky enough to live in a place where that'll be the case. But so let's have a little bit of unpredictability. Might be a bit of fun.
Bit of excitement.
All right. So, Jess, this is our 40th episode. 10 more and we'll have 50.
That's amazing.
That'll be, when's that like?
Christmas.
How many you do? 2 a month? Can't even work that out. Tired. Right. Thanks very much, everyone, for listening. Bye, Jess.
Bye,
Don't get me in a
Steve.
headlock
All right.
when we go off. I'm going to
I
leave
think
these
that was in
cameras
your
recording.
dreams.
No. Guys, you see that arm on YouTube there?
I've got a good biceps.
muscle,
I've been
yeah.
going to the gym. Don't know if you see
That.
it. Go on YouTube and see my biceps.
Are you flicking
I've even
them?
got triceps. Wasn't, but I am now.
Wasn't that a dinosaur?
Triceps.
Anyway, thanks for listening, everyone. See you soon. Goodbye.
Bye.